It's summer again, the perfect time to grow. We'll also need to change out of these thick winter clothes into something more breathable. I expect we will have a more bountiful yield this year due to the increased workers, the skill level, and the extra crops that we now have. We prioritise finishing the second secret stairway, and I do some micromanaging to get the Great Hall officially finished. Perfect. We can use the aesthetic heat map to visually see the beautiful and ugly areas of our settlement. We can see that the Great Hall will need some work to look nicer, and the bones and bodies is really detracting the beauty of our home. We're really waiting on hauler dogs to be able to clean the settlement. Well, at least the kill zone looks as aesthetically terrifying as it is black with the horror that has taken place there. Speak of the devil, Kev, the disobedient little rascal, is now fully trained and can haul for us now. With the grand chambers done, our settlers should begin to be a lot happier now. Our peaceful night is ruined for some, as disease has stricken our precious crops. We'll need to pull out all the infected plants as quickly as possible to stop the spread. We have very little seeds to spare, making this an unfortunate setback. We have saved as much crops as we possibly could. The main castle is almost finished when a heatwave strikes. The shade from the trees might help, but other than that, there's not much I can do. 42 Celsius is pretty hot, enough to kill some plants. Still, it's cold mountain climate, and I'm just going to let this one play out. Despite the heat, we continue on with the construction work. The interiors are almost finished, as well as the new tower. That night I decide to learn Armourer. The Ravengers and the Mountain Bandits hit us hard in the last episode, and a few people got badly hurt in those battles. We'll soon want a real workshop, as this thing gives off substantial heat when used, but it can go here for now. I'll explain my armour plans in a little while. Looks like Susanna found the fine wine. We need some wood to finish this. I only cut down trees yielding 40 to 50 wood so as to maximise the harvesting efficiency. The last few bits of the castle are almost done. Well, if it isn't our old friends, the forest bandits appear to have got lost, and we'll need to provide directions from our new defensive tower. Resetting the traps in this maze can be hazardous, as the traps may fire on our own people. A secret passage here will allow us to more easily access the traps. We will want to review the trap placement over time, particularly the more powerful traps. Even more trench extensions, just in case we need them. Once the iron gate is built, I'll mine the rest of the passage, and I'll roof it off too. A merchant, Baldwin of Broxwich, has arrived to our settlement. We take what seeds he has and generously give him old clothing to try and boost our relations with Broxwich. That evening I plan out an experiment with a seed hut. I'll use this as a kind of cold frame, allowing sunlight in with the wicker stick roof, but keeping cold and snow out. The plants inside, cabbage, carrots and beets, will be set to grow until seed. This will yield high amounts of seeds, but less edible produce than if we harvested when they were ripe. we may need to jiggle this around and rework it over time. I now set up Light Armour to be made. I'll gradually set up a management setting for our people to put on this armour as it gets made. Above ground, the secret passage is almost finished. The castle has brought much needed comfort to us. Kyle seems to even be keen to do some late night overtime. In the morning, the early bird, Susanna, has decided to finish the seed hut. It will be interesting to see how this hut, effectively a cold frame, performs. It should theoretically prolong the grow season. A short while later, 2 sheep join. The house barn hotel has worked its charm again. I extend the pen to allow the animals a bit more space. I already queued up a bit more mining, which is already producing huge amounts of iron and silver. Sylvester has already begun to sport some of the nice light armour that we're making. I set up a custom management setting for this earlier. Armour typically comes with a movement penalty, however, light armour does not have a movement penalty. We can see that here, 22.96% armour rating, but no movement penalty. It's a nice surprise to see that we have future pups. Bluebell and Astrid are future haulers. That night I decide that it's time for us to begin building a permanent workshop. This will be a structure on par with the castle. It will hold all the required workstations in the ground floor, and more luxury bedroom chambers will be added on the subsequent floors. I may add another floor later, but for now I'll just put roof defences, as we commonly see enemies use this route to get to our main entrance. I add more paths around the settlement. The next morning we put pen to paper and learn blacksmithing. We can then begin the interior design of the workshop, where we will often have 2 workstations of each type. It wouldn't be a workshop without some wall tools. Below the workshop will be storage, as well as a tunnel to the wine and root cellars. Later that day, Brangwayn requests to join us. Brangwayn is a 50-year-old willful armourer who was fleeing from the Ravengers. We are glad to give Brangwayn refuge, and we are even more glad to lure the Ravengers back, as we have a bone to pick with them. Smithing in the new workshop is perhaps where Brangwayn will shine. However, Brangwayn has some powerful perks, including Brawny and Bloodlust. Brawny will enhance work speed and movement speed, while Bloodlust will grant mood boosts from killing enemies. It's unfortunate that Bran is not passionate in marksmanship, as she would have been an excellent warrior archer. We can still try and train her up over time. We spent the next day hunting and building, then we began to wait for the Ravengers to come. While we wait, I thought I would show you the mood mechanics. Our people are becoming satisfied to the point of being joyful, as we can see by the green in their name. Increased XP gain, increased work speed, and the chance to produce inspired works when crafting items all make mood an important factor in managing a settlement. The stupendously large bedrooms make sense for these benefits. The doors open, cannibals. Come on in. thank you to all the new viewers and subscribers. I've been reading your comments and I'm glad to hear so many are enjoying the series. I've tried to get this video out a bit quicker just as a thank you for all the positive feedback I've had. It'll usually take me a week to make a video, but I'll try my best to do it faster than that.